Very fun. I hate opening this card. It's so much better than everything else. You just have to take it. What am I supposed to do? I open Colossus, get past the Gatebreaker room. I have to do this. I don't... What am I... Yeah, we're just in hell. Alright, I mean, the problem was with our previous chapters that we weren't green gates. That's what... I mean, we weren't blue gates, which is why we O3'd. UT1321, I will never play Syndicate Messenger, sorry. If you're coming to the stream hoping that I'll play a 4-mana 2/3 flying Afterlife, you are in the wrong channel. You will not find those cards here. First Spiral was actually good. So was Wall of Lost Thoughts. Alright, well. Look at Frilled Mystic, though it's not great in a deck that... It's gonna be a Simic Gates deck, probably. Or a Bant one. I like get to the point more if I'm playing, like, multicolored gates, like 5-color gates, but this is looking more like a blue-green deck than it is anything else. All Mage's Binding is pretty good. Let's go play, just go and just play Bant. I don't think I can pass it on Color Guild Gate. The rest of these cards is kind of filler anyway. I don't think I can pass it on Color Guild Gate. Okay, well, Gateway Sneak is one of the few cards I can actually pass it on Color Guild Gate for. It might need red mana if I get Gates Ablaze. The white-black one is probably... It's unlikely to make my deck. Alright. Uncommon draft. I'm not playing any of these. I'm not playing any of these either. Already have an Expose the Daylight. I'll just uncommon draft. Might actually play the Azorius Locket. Domri, huh? Well, Mage's Binding is probably a better card. Yeah, I like Binding more than Domri. Warrant Warden or Cynic Guildmage. I think they're both pretty good. What about Sneaker's Binding? I think I'm much more concerned with losing to unbeatable cards than I am like winning when I have 2 Colossus. Because I didn't turn on Zornitsky. It's an add-on I have to install on my computer. It's taken on color gate, I guess. Another uncolor gate for one of these other cards. It's not a great clear the mind deck. Well, I don't have that many counter spells, but I understand your point. You're gonna need to take one of these two. I'm already I don't have enough playables right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta find 6 playables out of this pack. Having a flyer I think is pretty good. I think the 5-drop is whatever. With 2 Orzhov Guild Gates, it mortifies a defensible choice here. I think I might table and open the gates as well, but maybe it's too hard on my mana to do it. I'm not sure. On-color gate is pretty good as well, though. I like having an out to... I like having an out to Ill-Gotten Inheritance, which we currently don't... I mean, I guess we have Archway Angel. We have 2 Azoria skill gates. We're going to be playing Ablaze, probably. Probably too hard to play, though. You're probably right. This is, I think, a pretty good Sky Tether deck. I like Slimebind, probably, here. I like Arrester's Admonition. Do like Prying Eyes. Second Wall of Lost Thoughts. Are we like a mill deck? We have an exposed daylight we can play. I've already got a Locket. I could play a second one, I suppose. The second one lets me play the Clear the Mind. Well, this is the last pack, UT. I'm not going to be getting Essence Captures. Probably a good choice for this deck. We might even play this Homunculus. I wonder if we should play this Clear the Mind. It doesn't work terribly well with Gate Colossus, but... I don't know how many Orzhov Guild Gates I'm going to be playing in this deck. No, the Thought Collapse was a fantastic pickup. I really needed it. Really needed it for sure. Obviously, the Homunculus is the worst card, so let's just cut it. I don't need a second Shimmer, I don't think. I like the first one. Clear the Mind might be worth it, although I don't have a lot of cards to get back, unfortunately, so I guess it's not. If I had one more draw two, I would play the Clear the Mind. I just don't. I needed one more draw two. I need like a tuna white blue draw two cards because I have the Prying Eyes. One more draw 2 is all we needed. Damn. I like the Clear the Mind. I mean, it just, what are you gonna take out for it? The worst card in the deck is what? The second Locket? Sure. Alright, well. Now you want to play Clear the Mind, you still gotta cut a card for the Clear the Mind. The Mammoth Spider is not great. But I think we need it. You don't like the Shimmer? Shimmer's really good with Clear the Mind. I'm glad you like the stream, Frank. You're pretty low on the Wall of Lost Thoughts. I like having a card that you can play turn 2. How many lands? This is 17. This deck is really low on win conditions. I want to play the Clear the Mind. The Shimmer is probably the worst card. We can cut it. Although the Shimmer is one of the cards that makes Clear the Mind better. So that's kind of why I didn't want to do it. Maybe we don't need a Shimmer? I kind of feel like we do. Cut the Aeromunculus? No, it's not the worst card in our deck. Cut the Sky Tether? I could see cutting the Sky Tether. Just because, like, I actually have to win on the ground. And I've already got 2 Slime Binds and a Fairy Duelist. I could see cutting that. Yeah, I could see it. It's pretty good against, like, 2/2 Death Touches. But I guess we're already okay against those, so. I think it's silly to cut Sky Tether in this type of deck, though, just because it's a removal spell I can play on turn 2. No, I have to play Shimmer. I have to play Shimmer just as a way to, like, dig for a Colossus. It's mandatory in this deck. It's silly for me to cut it. Oh, I have a second one. Oh, maybe I should play the second one. Maybe I should play the second one over the Wall of Lost Thoughts. Yeah, I like Shimmer over Wall as well. And play Sky Tether over the Wall too. I can see that. Yeah, I want to do something like proactive on it too. That makes the Clear the Mind a lot better too, which I enjoy. I like the Azorius Locket just as a draw 2 in this deck. Yeah. No, we're on the same page. Is the Ghost Spiral bad? Doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Potentially gets me a Colossus a turn earlier, but I think Locket already does that. Like, it gets me a turn... Does Locket get... Can you actually have... You can go... Gate, Locket... Gate, you only have 4 mana, it costs 5. No, you can't do it. 16 lands? No, we're not gonna go to 16 lands. We like our Spiral and... I think Shimmer is better in this deck. I have so few win conditions. I have Ram and 2 Colossus in my only win conditions. The 2 worst cards, I think, are the Locket and the Clear the Mind. I can cut both and play the Wall of Lost Thoughts or the Expose the Daylight. I don't mind playing the Expose the Daylight main. I don't mind that at all. As a way to free up my Colossus from enemy... No, I like it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I don't see... Yeah, like I said, I didn't have the draw twos for the... I didn't have the draw twos for it. Do we like 2 hours off guild gates, or do we want more? I kind of like having 8 gates total. I've got... This is 5... This is 9 gates. I can go with 9 gates. I like having minimum 8. But the Orthodox Guild Gates are off color. Like, completely off color. We're a blue-green deck. Switch Expose. We were playing Expose already. We took out the Clear the Mind for the Expose. We could put a Locket in over the Growth Spiral. But I like having a 2-drop. I like having an exposed main deck. All your opponents are going to have enchantments or artifacts in their deck. All of them. Every single one of them. It's never a dead card. The question is whether they're going to have one by turn 5. No, this isn't fine. My mana's bad. This is not appropriate mana. 4, 5, 7 green sources is unacceptable. We don't want that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blue. Why do I guess 2 planes is good. I have 2 planes is good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white cards. 6 white sources for 5 white cards. This is good. Did I say that I had enough forest and I didn't? I have 8 green sources, right? 3, I've got 8 green sources, okay, yeah. I would have liked 9, but I think the 2 shimmers and the Gateway Sneak are backdoor green sources, so. Now the question is whether I want to play an Orzhov Guildgate over the second planes. I like having one planes. I don't know about the second one. Let's play 1 planes. Alright. I like it. We have 0 white cards we need early. I mean, Sky Tether on turn 2 is pretty good, right? But we can do that with an Orzhov Locket or Orzhov Guildgate, so. What are the odds they attack us turn 2? Pretty low, right? Yeah, it's Fairy Duelist is actually kind of bad on Arena. Just because it's pretty obvious when you have it. This is actually a decision between these two. Like, if I think my opponent is a high alert deck, then I should take the Exposed to Daylight. But the Aeromunculus is going to be a play I can make the next turn. Let's just take the... Man. Or if I think they're going to have, a Law Mage's Binding. I'll take this. I actually think it's super defensible. I think it's super defensible to take the Exposed Daylight there. Yeah, I mean, I know I could, like, in theory, free up my Fairy Duelist to trade, but that's kind of a mediocre usage of the card. They do have a Law Mage's Binding, but we have an Admonition, so... Can't play that one. We have a second Arrestor's Admonition in our deck. I kind of like using it here. Although, the Homunculus isn't going to go anywhere with a Center Courier. They are a High Alert deck. I like how somebody earlier was saying I have no evidence for High Alert. The evidence is the planes. Boy, this Sky Tether is not going to do much, is it? I feel like the enemy is going on High Alert and I'm just going to lose when they play it. Oh, there's the High Alert. UT1321, when you... Oh, that's three searches for High Alert right there. I had a premonition. One might even call it precognitive. That they had High Alert in their deck. If I'm gonna play a 3-4, I might as well play the 7 cost one. This might give me 2 more life if I wait a turn. Alright, well, our opponent seems to have not drawn High Alert, which is good for us. Or maybe they're just biding their time. Waiting for the defenses to be down. So I drew a gate, so I'm gonna gain 2 more life off this. We're gonna go aggro here. Bop, bop. Alright. Oh, we're gonna play our thing first. Or... do we need to save it for Colossus? I don't think so. Blue and white doesn't really kill things, it exiles them, right? So... I guess Gateway Sneak is a reason to hold on to it. Gateway Sneak is probably enough of a reason to hold on to it, because they're at 1. Not sure why they didn't block the 3-4, because my 3-4 is flying. Sky Tether, like, shackles them to the ground. They lose the ability to fly. I think Steeple Creeper can get around Sky Tether. I think if the Steeple Creeper just wills himself hard enough, he can get past Sky Tether. We won a game, first time tonight. My understanding is that if you activate Steeple Creeper, it gains flying, even if it has Sky Tether on it. But I could be wrong. He still have Defender, but I think he can, if he wills himself hard enough, he can fly. I go first. Is that the first time tonight? Might be. Gateway Sneak is a thing I'm thinking about. I'll play it. It might be +1 damage on Gatebreaker Ram on turn 4 as well. I'm gonna try to play around Quench, I think. That might be one of the only ways that I actually have to lose to this, to my opponent's deck. They have a thought. No, they don't have anything. Alright. Oh, they have a Slime Bind or something. Alright. Somewhat aggressive to use this Arrested Admonition on that Arzorius Night Arbiter that they have like Low Mage's Binding for Ram. Kinda don't want to do it. What does Blue White have that I'm not gonna allow? Like, Senate Guild Mage is like the only card I could think of that I want a Law Mage Binding. Let's just bounce it. I've got a second Arrested Admonition and an Exposed Daylight in my deck, so it's not the end of the world. The Law Mage is binding my Gatebreaker Ram. Or Sky Tether it, damn it. That's why I didn't want to Arrested Admonition my thing. That's unfortunate. Darkest Mage told me to not do it and I didn't listen, so that's the price I pay. Like, the only way Blue White has to deal with this is like Slime Bind and my guy doesn't do anything. The reason why the Scooter Rail doesn't do anything is that Gatebreaker Ram can block, so. What was the upside of making the play? Oh, it was a good tempo play. This is the important one, I think. I feel like they have something. No. This man Spider doesn't do anything in play. I'll hold on to it. I'm gonna hold on to Summit Go Gate as well in case I draw Gateway Sneak. What was the upside of doing it? It cycles Arrested Admonition. Like, if they don't... Alright, well. I guess now my Mammoth Spider does something. They have a Thought Collapse. Think they're gonna Thought Collapse this? Nope. Yeah, Prying Eyes or Shimmer. I mean, you mean Colossus? Colossus would be good. I have 2 Colossus. Alright. That was good. Not amazing, but... That was good too. You think you have another Slime Bind or a Fairy Duelist? That's why I kinda feel like they do. Well, I don't want to attack with this Homunculus. Although, I guess if they had one of those, I could have warranted it. Yeah, see, they did have a Slime Bind. That's why I didn't want to attack the Homunculus into the Sphinx. That was a good draw. I've been playing around Quench the whole game. I kind of don't want to walk my 4/4 flyer into it. Yeah, I mean, obviously I can't beat a red alert, a high alert unless I draw my Expose the Daylight and they don't have a counterspell. I can warrant the ram. I could. You're assuming my opponent wouldn't just block and kill it though, right? Okay. Yep. I'm glad they signbinded that instead of my Gateway Sneak. It's the reason I attacked. It sucks that two of those are going to the bottom. So, alright. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Could have Law Mages binding the Skitterial and just attack with my Colossus. You can actually attack with my Colossus and my Flyer. Although the thing is, I don't think I want to attack with my Flyer. I have a Slimebind and a Fairy Duelist in my deck still. And I've got 4 cards on top. So if I trade my Flyer off, then those cards aren't going to be nearly as good. Looks like they don't have a Quench. Damn. Could be worse. Why am I not attacking with my 3/8 into 2/5s? Is that what you're asking? They did have Quench, or maybe they just drew it. I will pay 2. I'll take action. I was lamenting discarding at a gate, but then I realized my Gateway Sneak has 1 power, so or 0 power. Well, it normally has 1 power, but they drew out their Resurrect Admonition, right? The Mammoth Spider's been pretty good this game. In the sense that he lazed around doing nothing. But for lazing around and doing nothing, he did a darn good job of it. How am I doing? I'm doing medium. Medium minus closer. I'm gonna save the Slimebind to put on this 3/3 so they can't block with it. Making Mr. Colosso. Oh, why is my opponent... Oh, I forgot I had Full Mystic in my deck. Why is my opponent not blocking my Gate Colossus? Because it can't be blocked for creatures 2 or less. Power 2 or less, which happens to be... It appears to be most of my opponent's deck. And we won 2 games. The blue Gate decks are so much better than the non-blue Gate decks. Yes, the Gate Colossus, not only is it a 4-cost 8/8 that returns itself to the top of your deck whenever you play a Gate, it also can't be blocked by a ton of the creatures in the format. Yeah, 3 750 gold quests. They knew that I was depressed, so they decided to ship me. Ship me some good quests. MJ's God, that is a... I think Michael my name is Michael Jacob, and I think Michael is somewhat godlike, if I recall. But this Orzhov Guildgate and this Real Mystic really are the best of friends. The real... Oh, just like... not sad, not sad. I'm not gonna say I'm sad. Do I want to warn this, or do I want to slime bind it? I just want to slime bind it, right? If I had a 4th land and I wasn't in Orzhov Guildgate in play, then I want to like put it on top and then counter it. But this requires them to have like a lot more gates to do anything with it. So sure. I'll take the 1. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, and I can't even warrant ward in that one. Goodness gracious. Well, that was bad. I can ward and trade? I mean, you and what 5th land? And most of my land's going to play tapped in my deck anyways. Alright. Goodness gracious. Alright. This is not going well. If this said, if it's Orzhov Guildgate, I mean, if it was a Plains, I'd be in an equally bad spot, so it's not. Not a big deal. But. You're gonna fire breathe it? Damn it. Judge our opponent. Our opponent has too many cards in play. Alright. I'm not sure this is better than just countering this next turn. It wasn't. Should have just countered this, taking the 4, and then... Okay, I'm just dead then. I'm literally dead. Man. Our opponent did nothing, but we didn't have a 5th land, so we couldn't cast any spells. Now, to be clear, the Electro Dominance didn't actually do anything. My opponent could have just cast Enraged Ceratok and I was dead. So let's not credit that game to Electro Dominance. It probably wasn't even correct for my opponent to play it. It was probably correct for my opponent to just play the Triceratops for 4 mana. It was stylish. I will admit that there was some style to be had there. So I've got Gateway Sneak and Ram, so there's reason I want to have 3 mana on turn 3. Oh, God, what the hell? Random off-color gates, okay. Sure. That card is too embarrassing for me to deal with, right? I think the plan is just ignore it. Well, now we know what to shimmer for. Looking for looking for the mana to expose the daylight for that thing. Alright, well. I guess we're gonna have to sky tether that thing. I can't even cast it. I drew both my words off Guild Gates. Need another green? You're right, I do. I'll draw green eventually. Oh, that was a good answer. It's a good answer to that Ilgon inheritance, at least. The question is, do I want to play a 4-4 or do I want to play Prying Eyes? I'm looking for 2 cards to draw the discard with this hand, unfortunately. I'll take action. Awkward deck is good. Yeah, deck is okay. I say no, and I will take action. Yeah, the triple island final payment. I like it. Such a noxious Grudian. Such a noxious Grudian. Tap me? I think I want to play... this Archangel. Because I want to play this with Counterspell back up next turn. I can't do that with Archangel. Hey Hogan Long, welcome. Welcome to MCL, friend. Glad you could join us. Glad you could join us. Oh, I see why our opponent's playing Zora Skyguard, okay. Well, from this I can still trade the Grudian, so that's good. If I draw a Risk of Diminution, I'm going to bounce the Archangel, probably. Gain a bunch more life. That was a good draw. Hey, Jack Diddley and Hogan Long, if I forgot you earlier. I don't remember what I did 10 seconds ago. Welcome to MCL. Glad you could join us. Or over here trying to win a game. It's been hard. Got any positive news to share? We can all use it here. We all want to feel better about our lives. The odds of them drawing like a bunch of 10th and more 10th district veterans are pretty high, I think. That's a... Alright. You got me. Got rid of a Mortify, okay. 2 lands and a Mortify. The world is not ended? Is that a good thing? I think I want to attack with my 3/4 flyer. I guess I could trade it to Watchdog, which is not great. Maybe I don't want to do that. Does the Ram even do anything? I'll play it. I don't think it does anything, but I'll play it. You can now do that? I didn't know there was such positive reception to the Cuneo that is staying emote. That's cool that people like it. If we draw a Resto Diminution, are we going to do it on the Frilled Mystic? Now that we're at this point? I mean, they have 8 power, but if I traded the 2 flyers, I guess I'm only going to kill one of the flyers. This thing pumps this thing, okay. I'm going to kill one of the flyers. I'm going to trade Gate Colossus for Windstorm Drake. Which is not a good trade. If I attack with the Ram and the Gate Colossus, what happens? It's the same thing. 3DM blocks this. No. We'll pass. We got some time. We already used our prying eyes, unfortunately. Do we have any more gates? Yeah, we got 10 gates in our deck. Though we put 2 in the bottom, didn't we? I don't remember. I think we did. Yeah, we put 2 in the bottom. There's only 1 gate in our deck. So, the odds are low on that one. The Watchdog is annoying. Yeah, the Watchdog is actually one of the bigger problems here. This is a weird attack. Maybe they just don't... Did they think I'm just... Is this a pulse check? Wait, what? Oh. Is this a pulse check? What am I missing? I'm trading a 3/4 for the dog. What? This is just a pulse check, right? Okay. I mean, that watchdog was a big problem. So I'm glad it's gone. Hell yes. Let's do this. Let's... These things are strictly worse than planes, so... What do we got here? Ill-gotten inheritance is a target. Like Law Mage's Binding. The Grudian? Is that good? Seems good. It seems like that's the play. Well, now they have to trade the Grasping Thrall and the Windstorm Drake, which I think is a good trade for me as well. Wait, what? That is weird. That's a weird block. I know the bottom 6 cards in my deck. So there was a Slimebinding and a Fairy Duelist and 2 Arrestor Diminutions. Alright, there's one. There's one. Do we bounce to Windstorm Drake? Or do we bounce the Skyguard? I guess we bounce the Skyguard? I think we bounce the Skyguard here. That lets us, that frees up the attack for both our flyers. That was a good draw. Maybe we just swing out here. I think our opponent not trading with the Colossus last turn was a mistake. I think they were winning on board. Well, they weren't losing as badly as they currently are. If they could have traded with the Colossus. But I feel like they just gave themselves no outs the way they played it. Is Kaya's Wrath like our opponent's only out at this point? Do we just play around that? I feel like we do. Like, does Dead Rebels even get them out of this? So 2 mana for Dead Rebels. Afterwards, they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they have 9. So they go to 7. They have 7 mana afterwards. To get Resolute Watchdog, Juggler, play Juggler, Watchdog. That does not get them out of this. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to this Colossus. A block is on my side tonight. Doing okay. We started the night with 0-3. We 0-3'd with a gate stack. Well, I would hesitate to call it a gate stack. We had 2 Rams and like 2 Colossus and 2 Gates Ablaze, right? And like a gate and a sneak. But then we didn't have any of the we had like no playables in the deck after that. We had like 4 Sorrowful hybrids and a Ceratok and like an array. We had no draw 2s and it was not a good deck. Fortunately, this one is much better. And we got a little bit unlucky in that we had Colossus in our hands like both games. Game 1 in our previous deck. But our opponent played Colossus before we could. So this one looks like a keeper. Yeah, this looks like a good one. But no positive energy to share for my recent subs. Feels bad, man. I guess good things can't happen to everybody all the time. I forgive you. Bad things happen to good people. Video Game Watcher 123. Thanks for watching video games. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, friend. Lead off with the Guild Gate so we can Sky Tether or something. Will I consider resigning a bad deck? No. I'm not made of money. Old Viscapa Vampire. Well, that was a good draw. I guess we need green. Need a second green for the Frilled Mystic. Why do people always attack with Viscapa Vampires? Why are they so silly? Unless they have one of their own. They have a Fairy Duelist of their own. Oh! Consider me defeated, friend. Consider me defeated. Actually, I probably should have... Well, whatever. Too late now. I was gonna say I needed to do this on my turn so they couldn't quench it. Alright. They just got a quench out of their hand? Yeah, I guess we did do that. Start listening to Darkest Mage? Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Hoping my opponent would cast a spell. Thank you. I'll take action. Don't want to Restorative Admonition my 4/4, please. I'm gonna sack the doggy. No, Slime Bind resolves. This deck looks pretty good. Let me guess, losing? Wow. That's rude. That's a rude thing to say. Alright. We have something to say to that fellow. Get down! We're gonna spring a surprise. Like this Viscapa Vampire is gonna be very sad that so many surprises are part of its diet. Fair. Tough but fair. This is a Colossus? I'll take the Angel, I guess. Alright. Seems like I've turned a corner. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if my opponents run out of gas. They seem like they have only had Viscapa Vampire in the tank. This is kind of a dangerous spot to be in, because I can't actually win the game anymore if they mill these Colossus. Okay, well, they didn't mill a Colossus. Alright, well. How much damage has the vampire done? A lot. It's done a lot of damage. Okay, well, this is bad. I may not be able to win anymore. In order for me to win, I'm actually gonna have to Ball Mage's Binding this anyways. I might as well do it now. And let's slide bind this while we're at it. Draw a Colossus, please. God damn it. I don't know if I can actually win anymore. What, like, two of the next three cards are, or three of the next four cards rather, are Ram and two Colossus. I have Prying Eyes, two Colossus. Oh, Prying Eyes is right here. They milled it. Alright, so I have two Colossus as of the next four cards. I have Arrestor Demolition in the next, right? No, they milled that one. Alright, so I have two Colossus coming up. You don't get why I Sky Tethered Battle Ram? Because I was going to die. Oh, you're talking about I could have Law Mage's Binded it? You're probably right. If I had Law Mage's Binding at the time, it was probably correct. See, there's my two Colossus. Alright. We may not cast a spell anymore. Well, I knew they were both going to be there. I played a Shimmer earlier. I'm not sure I actually want to play this. Although I guess the bottom three cards are Colossus and Simic Guildgate. So if they Thought Collapse us, then we're going to draw one of those three. I don't think it's worth casting. Chillbringer's the card I'm thinking about why I want to cast this. Okay. What's worth of holding on to it? Thought Collapse. The card Thought Collapse. And they can draw like a Screaming Shield, or they can draw like a Wall of Lost Thoughts. And so if I play a spell, I lose. Yeah, I was thinking of just trying to win with the board. I wasn't trying to play any more spells. Yeah, like Screaming Shield kills me too if they like Thought Collapse on tap, draw Screaming Shield. So Play the Mind might be worth it. IC 1-3. I mean, ideally the Colossus puts itself on top, right? So that kind of does what Clear the Mind does. Like if I did not have any Gate Colossus in my deck, or if I only had one Gate Colossus, I would play the Clear the Mind. But because I have two, the odds of my opponent exiling both my Colossus or Law Mage's Binding both or Sky Tethering both my Colossus is low, considering I've got 2 Admonitions and an Expose to Daylight and 2 counter spells. Hey, Defreaky. Okay. No. I think Law Mage's Binding trumps Screaming Shield no matter when they get the ability. Would have rather Slime Binded that one, but I think let's just replay that turn. Alright. It's somewhat dangerous to play the second Admonition. Somewhat dangerous, but I don't have anything else going on. And our opponent is mana screwed, so need some velocity here. We drew an untap land so we can ward it next turn. That's good. I think we might end up having a turn where we can play Expose and Law Mage's Binding on 6 mana. I think our plan is to go like Frilled Mystic on tap. Like, they're gonna attack us, we're gonna take it, and then... Well, UT, I mean, you're not gonna just not play Illidan Inheritance because people have targets in their deck, right? That was a good draw. Maybe not the best draw though, because it's possible they have a Grotesque Demise looking for a target. Consigned to the Pit. I believe it. If they don't play anything, I can just Expose a Day like this, assuming they don't have, like, 6 land, do nothing. I don't think they're gonna do. I guess. That's fair. Well, having an on-tap line here sucks. Only having 2 blue sucks as well. I can't play Frilled Mystic plus Fury Duelist. I think this is bad. I think it's just a target for Grotesque Demise. Oh, looks like they don't have one. What do they have in their hand? Or they haven't really, like, didn't cast anything for 5 mana. Very not, apparently. Auto tapper? No, I only have 2 blue. That was a great draw, holy hell. Do I just attack here? Kinda, guess I do. Bringing them to below 16 is a good spot to be. Because my win condition is basically 2 Colossus. Yikes. Do I attack for 3 here? I think I do. Swing. I guess I do. Well, I'm more concerned about getting killed. Alright, that's not happening. I'll take action. They played it before they attacked, which is good for my Frilled Mystic. Because now I can block the Gradient down. I was close. Archangel saved us. We're on our way to Mythic. On our way. Yeah, I'm winning a game. I think you came to the stream to watch an old, washed-up, has-been, never-was lose games of draft and complain about it, right? You didn't come here to watch somebody win. I'm sorry for not fulfilling your expectations. Hey, Ezekiel, welcome. Welcome to MCL, friend. Glad you could join us. The angel was heaven sent? You might be right. You're here for the washed up has been never was? Yeah. I mean, not everybody can claim to be that, I suppose. These planes with these Frilled Mystics have been a consistent source of pleasure. Is there any other reason to watch? I guess not. That was a good draw. You love Magical Christmas Land? I always thought I was the mayor of Value Village, but I don't think so anymore. I was reading a light novel, and the main character referred to herself as the mayor of Forever Alone Village, or the village chief, I should say. And I took heart to that. I think it's a good. I can maybe join her, be a villager. Probably just play Growth Spiral here. Relatable. Which one was that? I'll tell you. I actually really like it. The premise is kind of really, I don't know. The premise. This is the name of it. The premise is weird. It's like she's reincarnated, but it doesn't really matter. It's like not a part of the plot. It's really weird. It's supposed to be positivity stream. It's a positivity stream. I'm sharing everybody this pretty funny light novel I was reading. Four. Do 2 for 2. Is that the best you got? Yeah, I know. Music Blade. There's another site but it's on hiatus. That's why I'm done with it for now. But how do we want to do this? We go to 12. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I think I might play like untapped, gets the points, my Gate Colossus. Attack me for 5. Then I can untap, play some stuff. I think we're gonna be okay. Shoujo? Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's really funny. She's incredibly insecure. She's surrounded by really funny people. Lots of good characters. It's not good. It's junk food. It's intellectual junk food for sure. If you're looking for War and Peace, that light novel is not it. It's just a light novel. It's supposed to be just a light read. Yeah, we might want one less planes. Well, UT1321, would it surprise you to know that I have exactly 1 planes in my deck? So when you say I should have 1 fewer planes, I have a feeling that... Wow. Not going well. That I don't have triple blue is a big problem here. Big problemos. Gain 10? No. Where are we? In combat? Alright. I didn't know where we were. They're not labeled like main phase 1, beginning of combat. I didn't know where we were. I don't know what these icons are. Like, I know this is too late. I didn't know whether this was like beginning of combat or not. Oh, but it doesn't have the icon on it. Okay, so I was... Okay, that's just a bug. Is the enemy thinking they can sack the Zertok Goblin for 4 damage? Alright. Am I dead? No. Man. Not having triple blue, big problem. Big problems this game. Not a game losing problems, but they have been problems. But yeah, I've only got... I have 3 Orzhov Guildgates, 1 Plains. So if you're suggesting I take out an Orzhov Guildgate for an island, I can maybe be on board with that, but... Oh, you wanted me to attack for 3? I don't know about that. You might be right that an Archangel attack was pretty safe. You might be right, but if they had something they would have attacked with it, they would have used it the previous turn. And now that I have a counter up, they're just not going to do anything. But they could have hit me for 8. They could have brought me to 9 on board. Like, I think my opponent has, like, a Colossus or a Skewer or some sort in their hand. Because they chose to sacrifice the Goblin for 4 damage earlier. So I think they have something. Now we're set up so that we can arrest or diminish in the Rampaging Rendhorn. And then they can't block my Colossus without a rather large mana investment to either the Hybrid or the Gravelhide Goblin. Careful about the auto tapper. So when you drag a card in your hand, your lands that are going to be used are highlighted. So you saw me hesitate a second before playing the Hammerhead Spider because I was checking. This isn't really... I could also respond with an Arrest or Diminution on the Rentorn, but either way we're going to win this game. So the Carnage is the reason why they brought us to 7 with their attack. And they can't block because none of their creatures have. None of their creatures have 3 or more power currently. Diamond 3. We gotta update our title. I don't want to lie to my viewers. Now we're Diamond 3. Would I prefer if limited was best of 3? Yes, I would. Play well? I don't know if I played well. I think you might be right that I'd missed an attack with the Archangel, although I don't think it affected the outcome of the game. I was when Colossus is your win condition, you kind of just don't look for that chip damage just because you kill in batches of 8. So it's just like, yeah, if my opponent's between 17 and 24 life, I don't really care as long as they're in that range. You would have lost one of those games? Okay. I think you're right. Earlier I messed up and I didn't low mage binding the 6/7. I Sky Tethered it instead. That was really bad. Because I knew if I was gonna attack with Colossus, I needed to get pie to 6/7 anyways. So Sky Tether is better served to put on like a 3/3 flyer than it is a 6/7 ground guy. I think if we draw a blue source, this hand is pretty decent. We're well on our way to like a turn 5 Colossus. So like this is a 3-drop. Okay, that was the worst possible draw. So if we draw a blue source, we can go like 3-drop, and then we have 2 cards to draw a 4-drop. Okay, this is looking grim. I think it was a good keep though. It was a good keep. That it didn't pan out is not its fault. Alright, well, again, not its fault. How could I have possibly known that I would draw no playable cards and no blue mana? How could I have known? Well, that's gonna spend the end of us. If we had drawn that last turn, we would have been fine, obviously. Go to 9, one tap, go to 8, go to 6. We're pretty dead. Yeah, obviously, yeah, our opponent's draw is medium minus. And we're losing to it. But what happens when you don't play a card until turn 6? Any amount of resistance at all, that would have happened. But, you know, it is what it is. How many blue sources do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I could take out an Orzhov Gilgate for an island. But this happened so many times. This happened like 3 times, right? Where you're like a blue source shard of being able to do anything. Nine blues should have been sufficient. Like castable 2-drops are important. I mean, I have Fairy Duelist and Slime Binds. You only need 2-drops if you're on the draw against somebody who has a 2-drop, though. That's why 2-drops are not important. But just imagine we have a Feral Maka there. I don't want to imagine if I had a Feral Maka there, but we have only 1 red source. You're saying if I had 1 Feral Maka in my deck, and I had drew the 1 Gruul Gilgate, it would have been good that game? No, I don't think it would have even been good that game. It would have been worse than a basic island. Alright. I'm not sure we're really going to play. If I draw a Gilgate... I want to play this guy. It's better... Not only is it just better if they quench it, but this is also better if I draw a Gilgate, so... Or if they just have nothing. If they have nothing, it's also much better. That's a whatever. If you think I'm gonna walk right into Mr. One Frilly Boy, you are mistaken. Will we need triple blue this game? Doesn't look like it. I mean, I just got my second blue though, so that's good. I think our opponent has 1 Frilly Boy, who is going to be very sad because we will not play a spell. Resolves. It was an aggressive enraged Ceratok. Now they can attack me for 1, but I wanted to F6 quite badly, so. Do we want Mammoth Spider or Aeromunculus here? think we want Aeromunculus. Our deck looks like a doozy. Every deck looks insane when you draw a Gatebreaker Ram and your opponent can't kill it. Yeah. Are you gonna block? Okay. Okay. Quench, right? The only reason I think any of these plays make sense is that they want to kill the ram and quench the, so I'm just gonna play the snake. What does the red forked ribbon at the bottom of cards mean? I'm not sure. Where do you see that? I'm not sure where you, if you send me a card and play that has it, I'll tell you what it is. You think enemy has Frilled Mystic? You might be right. I mean, we don't have to play a... That's why I wanted to play the Homunculus over the Mammoth Spider, but we didn't actually need to play another spell that game. We can win with the board. Oh no. Although we lose our Frilled Mystic plus Quench here. No, they don't have Quench. One Colossi boy. Gilgate would be good. Oh, we could just draw the rest of Diminution, whatever. Don't judge me! Obviously we could have gotten... I was so fixated on drawing a Guildgate that I didn't consider not getting a Guildgate. Don't judge me. Obviously we could have won. Obviously. That's not the point. I wanted to eat it. See, look, I still won. But I won better. Because I had a Fairy Duelist in play. Anybody can win, but can you win with the Fairy Duelist in play? Not everybody can do that. Alright, what? That was good. So that's how a Gates deck is supposed to be done, a blue Gates deck, a blue-green one. You don't need Gates Ablaze. That was a good deck, for sure. The Shimmers were really good, the one on the blue cards. I'm glad our last-minute decision to play the main deck Exposed to Daylight and the second Shimmer over the blue-white Locket and the Clear the Mind was like pretty awesome. They were like strictly better the entire time, so